Don't have the in-game music cause we alt-tabbed out to set up the stream, which is what we're doing now. Gotta set the stream up anyhow, wow, wow. We're doing post-credits challenges in Hades today. It is a bonus stream that won't be very long. But I've got some good news that I'll get to shortly. Ba 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 da 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 dee 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 bum 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 bum. Okay, gaming and not Minecraft, Hades 2. Hades 2 2024. Thanks. Okay, so we're going to set this to live chat over here in the YouTube, and then we are getting ready to go. VOD, folks, you're the reason there's no music right now. Hope you enjoy the VODs. Please leave a comment. Nobody's been leaving really any comments on these, so I don't know. I've been told there was a lot of demand for VODs, and maybe there is, maybe there isn't, but let me know what you think in the YouTube comment section below. If you're watching this in the future, in the VODs. As a reminder, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. PayPal works even if you're watching the VOD. I just won't be able to read it during the thing. Okay, so we're in the Crossroads, night 105. Let's go. We're doing post-credits challenges here. And last thing we did was get Skelly his magic thing, and then he disappeared. So that doesn't seem, ideal. But in order to get him back, we're going to have to do some sort of trial or something to pass some time. So, resist the influence of chance as you scale war toward Mount Olympus and provide for primordial chaos a view of the matters there. We've got... Okay, let's try the aspect of Artemis. Rift of Thessaly one. Rift of Thessaly is a little bit challenging. What are our build-outs? Frosty Veneer. When you have at least 6 water, you'll take heavy damage reduction. So we need 2 more water things, because we only have 4 now. Foes with armor or health of over 80% may take critical damage. Weak effects are more potent. At the start of each encounter, you're stronger for 10 seconds. So we need to push for the first 10 seconds of each encounter. Attacks deal more damage to nearby foes. Specials may inflict freeze. Okay. Welcome, Marika is okay. Looks like we don't get to bring a pet with us on this one. Take me away! Okay, and then let's take... Ooh. The hammer is almost always good, but we need 2 water things to get the damage reduction. We're playing to the scenario. Part of the point of the scenarios is that they play out differently than anything else you would do. Oh gosh, that is... We have no health. When we first met, I promised terrible revenge for what had happened to your kin. And I think that what we've done would qualify. So what if Kronos wasn't permanently slain? Neither was old Hades, after all. Okay, so any of these that are watery. I think we want Tidal Ring. That'll give us... okay. If you're claiming to canonically be a hermit character, that's impersonation, so that's a quick ban. Your username should not... If your username is something that looks a lot like a hermit's name, then you're probably going to get banned for impersonation. But if it ends with canon or official, you go from probably to definitely. Sorry, man. That was a life choice. Okay. Let's accept this. Okay, any of these, since these are all water ones, these will all give us the damage reduction. Hit surrounding foes with a powerful splash, but you prime mana. Your Omega moves, one shall wave ahead. Oh, High Surf. So Frosty Veneer activated. That was the one. When you have at least 6 water, whenever you would take at least 20 damage, take 10 less. That's pretty good. That's going to help us with the boss at the end here. Dang it. Okay, Aphrodite or a palm. Gonna go with Aphrodite here. Okay. Let's see what Aphrodite has for us. Sailing can be so romantic. But the mood tonight is definitely off. How did you even get so far so soon? Well, even if we're not feeling our best, we can still look our best. Ooh. Well, that's pretty good. You deal more damage when you have at least 80% health. The bonus is doubled. Gain max health and max magic for the rest of life. We have such little magic and health. Oh, wait, is that restoration? Hold on. I thought that was our max. Plus 15%. The antler is... Hold on. For the next region, you're limited to 30 max health. Okay, I wasted that. So we might have botched this attempt. The gods and their petty squabbles. Okay, it's easier to dodge the other one. Nervous wreck. Whenever you inflict weak, also randomly inflict curses from other Olympians. That is fantastic. Demeter grew displeased. Oh, even amid such times, we gods and goddesses yet have our pride. You would be wiser next time to not hurt mine thus. Sorry, Demeter. We gotta stay away from those Demeter things. Uh-oh, uh-oh, that's not staying away. That's new one starting right there. Woo. Oh, let us move on. Your provocation needn't have roused my ire to the extent it did. Oh, wait, you know what? I never put the setting up now sign up, which means I never took down the setting up now sign. Which means I don't know if we're set up. I don't have the live event chat open. There it is. Now it's open. That's accessible to our Discord members. $5 a month gets you access via Discord. $10 a month gets you access to our Patreon Minecraft servers. That's all. Patreon.com/JoeHills. Okay. There. Now we're set up. Let's go. Sprint forms a gust around you. Freeze effects last longer. I like freeze effects last longer. 101. We do not have a lot of money. Next vessel. All we can afford is a palm. Your attacks deal more damage. At the start of each encounter, attacks and specials are stronger for 10 seconds. Oh boy. Let's take the special damage plus. Oh my gosh. Farewell, Lord Sharon. Oh, that wasn't the... I screwed that up. Let's see what we can get from Hermes. Your father's back where he belongs, your mother too. I'm really glad they're safe and sound together, Em. You gotta make up for lost time with them, and you'll be able to from here on out. Your chance-based effects are more likely to occur, except for dodge and daze. Now, would chance-based effects include critical damage chance? That might help us do more critical damage. Max magic up. Okay, well, I'm regretting buying that palm now. So yeah, we can't afford anything at this point. Okay, can we defeat Eris in this particular scenario? Like magic. You almost beat me here tonight, Trouble. You're way ahead of schedule. Although, what am I saying? Schedule? What's happening to me? If you're feeling a little out of sorts this evening, perhaps it's simply because primordial chaos is exerting influence over reality as we know it. Oh, right. That makes sense. Chaos made everything, but you know what? Now we can make some chaos too. And dodge. Uh-oh, run. Run. Double damage. Where is she? That way? Whoa. Race you home. How could you do this to me, babe? Strife vanquished. She never learns. White Antler rank up. So we gained some gems and some stardust. Did you see that, Chaos? Ow. Return to Shadow now. You passed, but now return to Shadow, spawn of Hades. Chaos shall be pleased. Hey, Skelly's back.
Yeah, that was all a jest. Carry on. Well, I hope you learned your lesson, kiddo. You thought I had become more powerful than any foe you'd ever faced, only to discover your augmentation of bone density did not do all that much.
Commander, I feared the worst when you acted as though you were drunk with newfound power. I'd never seen that side of you before.
Nor shall you see that side of me again, provided you don't make a habit of casting incantations you get from strangers.
But you're not a stranger. You're a trusted ally, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but look, forget it, all right? Just hit me like you used to. I don't even care.
Okay, so looks like the next night's randomized weapon is this, and I'm not sure that we actually had anything left that required that. Nope. Well, either way, let's go ahead and see about setting up. Do we have any other plants to plant? Nope. Ooh, story node. Something where Hypnos used to be. Having vacated the crossroads in all haste, the until recently long dormant incarnate of sleep delivered certain articles in show of gratitude and perhaps more. I ended his dreams, and in a way, he ended mine. Okay, so what did he leave? Just a big ghost guy? Okay. Cool. Let's go ahead and buy an ambrosia because we need some of those. And we can trade in our gemstones most righteously. And our rubbish as well. Oh. So, seek to know she who trained you, and seek to know he who rebels against the gods. So, she who trained you, that's Hecate. May be open to a visit to the fishing pier. Okay. So, let's go ahead and offer her one of those. I don't suppose you'd be willing to head to the fishing pier with me again. Good place to occupy our minds with other matters for a little while. That it can be. Then, very well. There is aught I wish to speak with you about besides. Hey, Miu Moon. Thank you for joining us. You truly believe I wish to rid myself of you? Either that, or you sought to wound me more deeply with your words than you are able to with the nocturnal arms. I'm sorry, headmistress. It's just that at the house, I realized I didn't just want my family back. I wanted you to be happy, but I felt like you were pushing me away. My happiness is neither your responsibility, nor is it within your grasp, and 'tis I who ought to apologize for all that I put you through. Forgive me. Never apologize when you are not at fault, you used to say. You are never easy on me, but also you were never cruel. You taught me the difference, among so many things. A lack of cruelty is not the highest standard. At any rate, evidently I've taught you enough. I still shall challenge you in Erebus for sake of fitness and attunement, but in time, perhaps, you shall refer to me, not by title, but by name. Not as headmistress, but as Hecate? That shall take a while. To think I used to use your name so casually when I was little. Much comes full circle with time. More than you know. Now, let us shift our focus to the river denizens. Getting too close a listen for their own good. Out with you. A moper. Time passes. That was a pleasant enough outing, but speak not to me of happiness again. 'Tis a foolish thing with which to be more concerned, a byproduct of fulfillment, nothing more. Of course, headmistress. Thank you, Hecate. Okay, so now that we got another fish we can sell. Na 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 na. Roll. And let's buy a second of those. Okay, Hestia would welcome a bottle of ambrosia. Poseidon wants us to fish more. Ares would welcome ambrosia. Dionysus is practically desperate for an offering of nectar. Okay. Artemis would welcome ambrosia. Hermes may accept ambrosia after you spend enough at his shrines. Okay. So we got the aspect of Circe on this, which I freaking love. Okay. One more fear required. 10% chance. Okay, well, let's go ahead and try and take this upstairs real quick. See if we can earn some nightmare. Oh, wait, before we do that, I forgot to, I think we need to make one more pet biscuit thing here. Dang it. Oh, wait, there was something else that we needed. Stardust for. Returning to a real possibility. Reminisce at the Fountain of the Dead to return to an earlier point in your journey. I don't think we want that. But, Shimmering Ambrosia. Brew 3 Ambrosia. That would be fantastic. But the thing is, we gotta help our doggos first. Power to change. Okay, that's gonna take 14 wiles. Now, do we want Phrenos, Rocky, Gale? What is Gale's ability again? Bonus dodge chance and move speed. Bonus chance of flora resources. Okay, well... I always like extra dodge chance and move speed. Especially against Eris. So let's go up. Through Ephra! Time shall freely flow. It must have been you who inspired me to take to make a warm and happy home, great auntie. This ambrosia, in turn, is for sharing with all those who make your own home feel safe and comforting, the way I feel whenever you call.
Ah, this is right sweet of you, dearie. And you're onto something there. So many want to be famous or successful and such, but to be safe and comfortable, nothing beats that, and I know you know. May you be always.
Bond forged, Hestia.
You had a bad run-in with that wretched Eris on your way here, eh? Just great to know her strife herself is up against us now, and got her grubby little fingers on my rail of adamant. Oughta have kept the thing.
Now, if we look at the boons of Hestia we don't have yet. Fire away. Warm breeze. So for warm breeze we need... Okay, for either of these, Smolder Ring would be good, but that doesn't help because that's not on the list. Glowing coal or controlled burn. Wow, none of these are going to help with that. Flame strike, flame flourish. Whenever your dodge or daze causes foes to miss, restore some health. That's pretty good, actually. cardio gain is on there. Yeah, let's take the cardio gain. See that, Gale? So we got some moss. Gotta check up on a couple things, but first here. Winner's Circle is super good with this. So, yeah. City of Ephra. The city of Ephra. Da, 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 da. So there's no Apollo boons. We go... Hearts first. Okay, no random extra rooms. Hammer time! Dash Strike hits a larger area and deals plus 900 damage to armor. Yeah. All right. Traveling this way again, are you, my dear? Doubtless to put that nonsensical series of your Titan grandfather to the test. If you detect even a whiff of lies, do tell. Even if we're to be merciful, we still mustn't be fools. Yeah, let's take Epic Engagement Ring. No secret exits? I woke him up, Lady Medea. Lord Hypnos, I mean. Thank you for all your guidance with the dream vapors. The House of Hades owes you a great debt. Those are such tidings as I wish to hear. All I ask in return is that the underworld gates remain ajar for some time. The dead and I, we still have many matters to explore. Harm for the afflicted. Inflicting a curse deals 50 more damage. Not already afflicted. Yeah, let's... Oh, I like that one. No secret exits. Okay. So, let's check the bats. Hestia and Demeter, I think. Hestia! Olympus, I accept this message. Controlled burn. Your Omega Special... That heat rush is really good for avoiding fire damage. But let's take controlled burn here. One pylon remaining. I'm gonna go see Demeter, I think. Enjoy, the silent sister. We'll have company here any moment now. Here. You've more aptitude for weaponry than one might expect. I once thought to master every armament under the sun, but in the end, I settled for the simple club. I am bearer of the arms of night, in all their various aspects. I'd never settle for just one. Do you not fear you've grown complacent? No. Tread this path long enough, and you'll find that any weapon can do the job. At that point, there's no real choice, though I still carry all these other arms just to put on a show. Let's do this again. Okay, so... Oh, well, it seems you've earned the good graces of my sister Hera, and you didn't even have to commit yourself to a mate or bear any children, I suppose. She must be growing soft. Yeah, ice strike, ice strike. That's a good one. So that's all the pylons. Drink from the fountain. Hephaestus boon. Best boons. Olympus, I accept this message. Your attacks and specials deal more damage to armor. We've already got a good one. At the start of each encounter, gain armor that lasts for 7 seconds. Let's take the Smithy Rush. Gosh. Let's go see Polyphemus. Oh, I forgot about this.
How come you said one of the war is over, huh? Sounds about the same. Last I checked, the dead are meant to be underground, not walking through the streets.
The war with Kronos is over. It's just, there are a few remaining details being sorted out, and the underworld is in enough a state of disrepair. Isn't back in order yet.
Oh, it's too bad. I tell you to go down there and help him out, but that might cut into my sleep routine, which has been pretty good lately. Now come on, it's almost bedtime here.
Uh-oh. Death defied. Whoa. Poisoned. I always forget how hard he is to beat with the help from Medea. Which I shouldn't, because it's obvious. It's obvious that he and Medea are a good combo. Okay, now we're at Death Defiances. Uh-oh. Cloud. What? Okay. So, what did we accomplish that run? Well, we got our Hestia bond forged. And we practiced the Cyclops with that, but oh boy. Soy, Dora. Hey, I wanted to tell you that thanks for bringing back all my terrible old memories I tried desperately to erase. I'm serious. I'd rather chew on them than spit them out. Can you say delicioso? Delicioso! As far as I'm concerned, that was your choice more than mine. I wanted to support you as a friend. We both knew what you would discover had the potential to be painful, amiga. I don't know about painful. That's one of the good things about being a shade. No more pain. Some rotten thoughts about the way things were, sure. Maybe some of those. I do count that as pain. It's not the same as being struck full force by Nemesis, but it can hurt more deeply, and the healing process can take longer. By a lot. Though, do you remember more than just the painful memories, at least? I guess so, but the other stuff's just not as interesting, you know? Anyway, it's all just history. This is me now. Adios! Trust deepened. So let's see what that says. Dora feels closer to you and may soon be open to another offering. Excellent. We'll give Dora a gift once we check on our plants. We need to pass 4 wiles over there anyway. We have nothing. Hey, thank you for the raid, Beam and X. And Gummy Beat says, I hate this version of the Cyclops fight so much. Yeah, it's a lot harder than I think it's going to be every single time. And Aced says, Poison was my least favorite mechanic in Hades 1. I'm glad it has less prevalence in Hades 2. Yeah, me too.
How are we doing on shopping for gifts? We are short on ambrosia, but we can't afford it right now. Anyway, that's still going to take a while to cook. So, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go we're going to go talk to Hecate. Hypnos certainly left in a hurry. It took you longer to wake him than I initially surmised, but 'twas for the best.
What? You knew this would happen? Why didn't you say anything for all the times I tried to break him out of his slumber? I thought you were ignoring him.
Oh, I was, after I saw that you had learned sufficiently. Your affinity toward dreams and the like proved necessary to the task, and Hypnos, in his way, was an accessory to that.
You brought him here for me to practice on?
He did require a place to stay. Okay, so let's go bring Dora the bath salts. And then that'll pass the time for cooking our dog treats.
Forget about the nectar and ambrosia. What if we go to the springs again? It's quiet there. Seems more your style. And, for that matter, mine.
I was planning to say no to whatever you had in mind just to mess with you, but the springs sound okay. So, let's go! Vamonos! La da 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 da. Time to resize the head in the camera here. Sure is Stevie in here, I'll give it that. And Alt-Tab in out to make the camera the right size. There we go. Just as a reminder, we're doing rotational tips. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. We have been streaming for about 45 minutes, and the camera is still dead level. Let me get that bubble there. See that bubble? That bubble is in the middle. Bum, bum, bum. Anyway, I should probably not hold up the brand of the level. They're not a sponsor. But core concept.
Aren't you angry with the gods for what they did to you and all of mortal kind, apparently? So what if it was a long time ago? The more I think about it, the angrier I get.
That's actually too... Hold on. I'm trying to fix this so it's exactly the right scale. There we are. Perfect. Does it help if I get rid of the shoulders? It might. Yeah. Now we're down here for Dora. I mean, honestly, it was a pretty good prank, but it was nasty too. I don't know which one of you was all responsible, but I don't really care. Not big on the whole anger thing.
You're too kind. More than my family, at least. I don't think there's any taking back what happened, but for what it's worth, once all this is over, I'm gonna do all I can to make it so we gods act more decently with mortals from now on.
Speaking on behalf of all mortals who've ever lived or ever will, I think we'd mostly like it if you left us alone. Might be a lot of evils in this world, but we have ways of figuring things out.
Can you and I remain as friends at least?
Well, let me think about it for a little while and get back to you, all right?
Whenever you're ready. Time passes.
Gonna make the camera tiny again. Done a lot of thinking, and you're good to go on that Done a lot of thinking, and we're good to go on that remain as friends thing, Mel. Though I'll keep you posted if anything comes up.
Sounds good, Dora. Bond forged with Dora.
Okay, we're gonna marginally, bring that out a little bit there. Okay. So, seek to know he who rebels against the gods. I think that must be Persephone. Or not Persephone. Your boy with the liver pecking. Prometheus. Because, like, if we look at our list here,
Is Odysseus rebelling against the gods? I don't think so. Scalamus, maybe. Icarus, I don't think. Zagreus is too preoccupied with underworld business. Persephone would accept an offering of... Beast thing says, I got the one who rebels pretty quickly. I think you just have to get lucky with dialogue lines. Oh good, our pet treats are done. Fresh from the pot. Let's go feed our doggo before we do anything else. Onward, Hecuba. Downward, Hecuba. You're getting stronger. Can't get enough of these. Familiar bonds. Guard bond. This'll make you strong. Spirit bond. Huh? Surprise! Spirit bond rank 4. The Queen of the Hounds. Beastmaster. Fully upgrade all animal familiars. Achievement get. Okay, so now we can get new forms. Primordial Chaotic Doggo. Demonic Doggo. Huntress Doggo. And Nightmarish Doggo. And Windows is giving me a full screen ad for Windows 11. Thanks, Windows. You suck. Okay. So let's see, what is our weapon of the hour? These. We don't have enough adamant to do the aspect of Melanoe next. We can upgrade the aspect of Nyx. You have Omega Boost, which lets you produce Night Spawn. Hey, welcome, Swanee. Glad you could join us. Which of those aspects is going to be... So aspect of Selene is a 3. Aspect of Melanoe is a 3. So aspect of Nyx is a 4. Let's try this aspect of Selene one. Okay, so now we've got an aspect of Selene, rank 5. You start with Skyfall, a hidden hex that strikes multiple foes and applies Shine. Afflicted foes take 50% more damage from Omega moves for 8 seconds. Okay. It's a relief you're not a vengeful adversary who deceived me into casting a spell that awakened his true and terrifying might, Commander. But do you feel any different after the augmentation of bone density? Or not?
Oh, you know, I do feel somewhat tougher than before, young one, so thanks. That's really all I figured your incantation was gonna do. But I had you going, didn't I?
I suppose, but mostly you just made me realize I'd be very sad if some evening you did not come back. You're not just our commander. You're my friend.
Wait, you really mean that, kiddo? 'Cause let's face it, sometimes all I do is stand here. And not even sometimes.
Of course I mean it, sir.
Oh, now, come on.
Hey, Trust deepened. He feels closer to you and may soon be open to another offering of ambrosia. Nice, which we can't afford. Okay, let's go talk to the other folks, and then we'll do another mission. We missed you up here, and I'm so pleased you're back. How was your trip? Did you find your family? I got us. I found them all right. Followed a couple leads down in Elysium, ran into a couple former compatriots, and we got there. Penelope and Telemachus. Well, they recognized me right away. Were they all right? Apologize. It's not my wish to drag these details out of you. It's just, this is your latest tale. Ah, what's to tell? It was comforting. I reckon the time we spent apart was healing in a way. They asked I visit them again down the line. I think you should, and I'm glad it went well. It could have gone far worse. Can't believe it. You finally woke Hypnos up, and I slept through the whole thing? He everything you dreamed of? Well, his manner wasn't what I expected, and he was not especially appreciative, although I, too, am prone to moodiness after sleeping in. Then he left in a hurry. Tough break, I guess. Always thought he was really your type. Well, if you do end up working in your father's house, you'll meet again. For now, at least we don't have to listen to him snoring every single night. I do suppose there's that. Aw. Hypnos is gone? I had big plans for him involving a bag of cats and a couple bottles of nectar you gave me. Then I saved him from a terrible fate of some sort. Perhaps at some point down the line he'll thank me properly, as he was in a bit of a hurry to depart. Why don't you let me kill you next time we're out there in the rift, and chances are you'll wash down into the river Styx and wind up right in front of him again. He's the greeter at the House of Hades, isn't he? He's not a greeter. He holds a position of high honor. Welcome to the House of Hades. He's a greeter, babe. Okay. Okay, so we have done night 107. Okay, let's go do the mission with the aspect of Selene that we just upgraded. Let that cook. Suzaku says, imagine an Hypnos with a Walmart vest. Yep. Okay. Ooh, this is all glowing. Is that something special? Nah. Okay. We got the aspect of Selene. Let's go. Silken Sash, Oceanus. Do we have a pet with us? Let's take Freenos. Ooh. Hold on. Dora's got something new to decorate with. Charm Canine. Oh, well, we can't afford that. But I guess that's because we unlocked the dog. Gotcha. Okay, here we go. Trial of Fury. Next trial coming up! Trial of Fury. My loadout's changed. Okay, so we've got Epic Heavy Metal. Your weapon does more damage based on your armor, and you've got some now. We got 130 armor to start. Flame Flourish. Engagement Ring. Cast Inflict Hitch. Whenever you run out of mana, prime until the next location to restore all mana. Departing. We've got Gravest Thirst. Your Omega moves create a fissure. Your Omega Special launches a burst. Okay. Oh, it looks like we weren't allowed to bring a pet for this anyway. Okay, Hestia. Yeah, let's go with Hestia, because we've still got some of her stuff to unlock. It's Great Auntie.
I know you've all this Kronos business to sort out, but I want to say I can appreciate that you're attempting to make life a little cozier back home. Makes things warmer, and old Hestia can tell.
Okay. Let's make that camera wider, because I like ducking my head into where the characters' heads are, and I can't do that if... Okay. Whenever you restore mana during encounters, damage all hit-inflicted foes. Sprint leaves a Cinder Tail. Scorch afflicts deal damage faster. Let's... Where are we on track for her legendary thing? We definitely need Smolder Ring, which we don't have. Pyrotechnique. Okay, so then after that, all we need is Smoldering. You move faster. How many rerolls do we have? 2? None of these are worth it, I guess. You know what? I'll take some seeds. Fine. Probably should have taken the Omega Move one. It's fine. I'm to believe that Kronos truly doesn't know where he left the 3 fates, the weavers of destiny themselves, misplaced and forgotten like some trinkets. They're probably enjoying being rid of all of us. Okay. Nexus Rush is generally a pretty good one. But while you have at least 2 of all elements in all common boons gain rarity is a good one. We need 1 more water boon and 1 more air boon. But, okay. Hephaestus is always one of my favorites. That's what you get!
Hey, so Mom gave you a blessing just like that? Hard one's the favor of Queen Hera, whilst mine, reckon it's a bit easier to come by.
Your attacks can cause 400 damage in the area. Gain bonus health based on your max magic limit. Attacks and specials deal more damage. I think we want Volcanic Strike. Okay. Here goes. What's left? Time for a tune-up. Your friend... Yeah.
Start of each encounter, gain armor that lasts for 7 seconds. Yup. Slow cooker. Your attacks and specials gain power the more mana you have. That's not a bad one. Although I can reroll and try to get the substitute. Yeah, let's take chain reaction, actually. Chaos Gate, none of those are amazing. Hephaestus or Hera. Well, given that we've got proper upbringing, we need an air or water, and we're not going to get that from Hephaestus.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Automatically use mana to resist 3% of any damage. Cast damage any foes as they join this encounter. Okay. Now if we choose Chaos, does that... I think that's going to prevent us from... I feel like, yeah. That was going to be the last room. Okay, Hestia. Incandescent Aura. Oh boy. This is a rough one. Okay. Well, hey, welcome, Knockers. Glad you could join us. We are an hour into the stream, and we're about to face a boss in a challenge mode, which I'm a little dubious about. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat if anybody would like to rotate the camera. We're currently still dead level.
All right, Skilla.
Check it out, gals.
Are you familiar with the Enchantress Circe? She mentioned that she knew you in your youth, although I'm uncertain if you were on friendly terms.
The Enchantress Circe? No, doesn't ring a bell. The only Circe I knew was the talentless, pathetic little runt of the little litter of Helios himself. What does this other Circe got to say?
She gave me the impression you were always rather boisterous, even back then. Perhaps already practicing the kinds of songs you think shall bring you fame.
It's no secret I always knew what I wanted to be, lady. Always knew what I was meant to be. Circe and so many others, all they ever did was get in my way. Same as you.
Where's Jetty?
did you like the song?
Sirens vanquished. Peace and quiet. There it is. Trial cleared. I did as Chaos asked. Sting away! Ouch. Return to Shadow now. Ace says, I gotta play the challenge. It looks fun. Yeah, I really like these challenge votes. This trial is complete. I bid you return to whence you came. Chaos trial done. Plus it gives me extra Stardust with which to buy pet treats. Yay. And other things. Like, with Stardust, I can make that ambrosia that I need, although there's a bunch of people over here right now. Ooh, new bedroom decor. What do we got, Dora? Jar nostalgic. Based on an odd design that spurs latent memories. Mostly good. Okay, so that's going to take some time to cook. But that's funny. Sandralin says, I'm not a huge symphonic metal fan, but the songs for Skilla are so good. Yeah, they're pretty good. Okay, unfortunately, you don't really get a lot of bones from those runs. We're still waiting for our nightmare we ordered. That'll take a little while. 37 more. Oh, we can plant new crops because we got the 2 mystery seeds. Okay, so we have to leave and come back so we can use the cauldron again since they were all over there. There we go. Okay, so that Stardust we can make Moonlit Essence. But I think we want to make Shimmering Ambrosia because we've got at least 3 more characters that we need to forge bonds with. Forge bonds. Ambrosia from the heavens shine. It'll be worth the wait. Are we making moonshine? I've got the sun drop. They're not a sponsor, but in this one particular context, it is appropriate to mention them. Have a good one, Ace. Lay your head down and dream. How about this? Let's see. With the staff, we got to get through Eris. I feel like if we get rid of the 5 points in Rivals, and we add 5 points in Fangs, then we're in okay shape. Okay. And which of these do we have right now? We want Aspect of Circe. Okay. Was there anything from over here that we wanted more than the Circe charm? Ooh, the Jeweled Palm. While at the Fates win, gain a random Hades blessing. And most boons have +1 up 1 level. Interesting. So, in order to use that, we need to create a... So the Fate Swim means you have no Olympian summoning keepsakes, and you have no dice. So to actually build a no dice deck, right now we've got our main deck. And so if we wanted to build a deck that didn't have any randomization, so none of those dice there. Activate no more than 3 cards. Okay, so we can't activate Judgment or these 3 if we want to use that. So let's say that we want the boat. Okay. We definitely want Persistence. We definitely want... What's the Death Defiance one called? Is that this one? No. Oh, okay, so we want Death. We'll take the Boatman. We don't want that. Your sprint is faster. Deal more damage to foes in your casts.
After you leave a location here. We don't really care for night. Activate any surrounding card to get the moon. When you channel your Omega moves, everything moves slower. Okay, so we've activated the Centaur and we have 12 left. And we can't do a... We can do one more 3 and one more 4. So... And one more 5. You restore mana every 1 second. Let's say we take that. Artificer and Strength. Okay, so this is... We now have a deck that will let us use those fancy things. If we wanted Divinity, we need to swap out our 1 and 2, Swift Runner and the Furies, for Messenger and Huntress. Okay. Okay, so we have 2 sets. We have... Although, actually, we should change the theme of this one to be palms. And change the theme of this one to be... that, maybe? Okay, if we're actually trying to organize our cards, let's go sell some Psyche. And some gemstones. So... let's go ahead and sell a bunch of Psyche. And a bunch of Ashes. Okay, so now we can go buy a fancy thing here. Arcana Nocturnal. The Arcana and the Arms of Night go hand in hand. Okay, so... Oh, that's fun. So that way if I had a particular setup for each weapon... Oh, okay. I'm getting the hang of this now. I see how this works. Okay, so this is going to be the set we want to activate. And we can't afford to improve that because we would need 2 more moon dust. Which I'm guessing we can't afford. Hey, welcome, Web. We are in the post-credits of Hades 2. And I'm getting the hang of it. Okay. So we are going to make a run on Olympus here. Vow of Void. What? Oh. Yeah, we can't. We have to rescind that. But Menace and Fangs. Turtle says, I haven't watched the second game yet. It's fun. It's basically like... I will say it's a sequel in that it's a full game, but it's such a great continuation of the first game. It's like if you loved Hades 1, here's more of it. You know? It's got different attacks and different styles and different weapons, different boons, but like, yeah. If you like Hades 1, most of the changes here are all things that are like, well, that makes sense because it's a sequel. But we got some new gods and goddesses that were in theory alive during Hades 1, but weren't very participative, like Hestia, goddess of the hearth. So, headed up this way again. Won't be hearing any arguments from me. Not sure you can hear me all the way down there, come to think. Anyhow, let's get you all warmed up. Heat Rush, Cindertail, Cardio Gain. I do like epic things. Let's see if we can get... We're trying to get her Fire Away legendary thing. And none of these are on track for that, but... Epic Heat Rush means I won't take damage in flames as often. Or as significantly, so... Oh, you know what we forgot to do? I was going to switch over to one of the, new keepsakes. That was the whole point of getting that new card set up. To me, another Zeal. Upgrade. Attacks have plus 30 power. Whenever you slay with a mega attack, store 5 mana. Vampire Cataclysm sounds pretty good. Discora grows in strength. Okay, so City of Ephra here. Ooh, good. Ares is here. We needed to talk to Ares anyway. Although I don't have the gift I wanted to bring him. So, let's go to Hestia and see if we can get the Smolder Ring. Who's left? Oh, these guys. Howdy, these guys. There! Oh, controlled burn. Your Omega Special also launches a fireball. Yeah, let's take it. And any secret exits? Yep, there's one. Not really a secret, but... And we earned a palm there. Trail damage or fireball blast damage. Fireball blast damage, please. Okay, let's go see Medea and figure out what kind of gifts she's got for us today. Come closer. Broads. Decided to revoke the vow of rivals for the time? I do not blame you in the least. As exhilarating as it is for me, I appreciate the undivided silence here. Polyphemus must miss your company. I'm still surprised the two of you seem to get on so well. I can't imagine what you have in common. No, I don't think you can, but he need not see me constantly. He is a shepherd, thus a rather patient sort. You'll likely speak the vow again,
and we shall all catch up. Wealth from the dead. Whenever a foe makes you use death defiance. Let's do suffering on sight. That one can be good. So mote it be. Woo. Bye, ghosts. May all your foes be damned. Okay. Ares, Demeter. Let's go to Demeter first. Sigil of Frost! Oh, I reached out to the Witch of the Crossroads recently to give thanks to her for making such a difficult decision to keep you hidden for as long as she did. I know she did it for your safety, and to raise the likelihood we would prevail. Ah, boy. None of these are exactly what I'm hoping for. What don't we still have? Winter Harvest. Okay. Ice Strike and Ice Flourish. Well, let's do Ice Strike, I guess. Okay, Hera and Ares. Get a quick stretch in, because it's been about 90 minutes, I think. Not quite, but almost an hour and a half since we started the stream. Well, I might have widened the camera further than it was before. Oh well, it's fine. I was gonna say, what's going on over here? These guys. The gods! Cold vengeance. I can feel it from afar. I suppose my sister Demeter has more at stake in this than anybody else on the mountaintop. Our enemies shall rue having crossed her. You cast Inflict Hitch. Specials deal... I mean, yeah, let's take Sworn Flourish. Anything back here? Ooh, secret door. Coins and moss. Thank you. Oh, we're doing pretty well on coins. 560. Oh, because I brought in that boatman card, I think. Heracles! You blasted gods and goddesses are all alike. The more, the better. Thanks, Heracles.
This latest war shall not be easily surpassed, admittedly in part because we gods were at the center of it, but I trust another shall exceed it at some point. One always does.
Epic mutual discretion seems good. Although, since we had that vampire thing, we're not really going to have low health too often, in theory. Oh, this guy. Fredos, do your thing. Tortle says just bought the game. Awesome, Tortle. I hope you enjoy it. I've had a lot of fun with this game. I'm on attempt like 110, or night 110 they call them. Attempts rather than nights in this. But, little air. I think you'll have a good time. In my opinion, these Hades games are some seriously good bang for your buck. Okay, Earth Elemental. Anything else of value out here? The writing is also spectacular. I'm having a lot of fun doing these as voice acting practice streams. Okay, so let's go get a moon boon. Moon boon, moon boon, the moon is gonna boon, yeah. I draw you down, O moon! Lend me your light! You have begun to understand the secrets of the black coat. One I can share, a waking phrase to utter by the silver pool. I see you bring bliss and destruction in your outstretched arms. Remember it and speak it, little star. Waking phrase learned, the black coat! I see you bring bliss and destruction in your outstretched arms. Okay, let's take the wolf howl. Woo! Yeah, the character designs are great. The story is fun. Tortle says, I love your voice acting. Thank you. Yeah, this has been a really good game to practice voice acting with, because even though there's dozens of characters, there's not hundreds. It's not infinite. You know what I mean? Like in a Final Fantasy game, there could be hundreds of town people or whatever.
You must have had an excess of those golden coins that Kronos strewed across the land to tempt the greediest of mortals, I suppose, or the poorest. Not for me to judge.
Smolder Ring, that was the one we wanted. Yes. Can we palm that? Sworn Flourish. Okay, we are in good shape here. Let's talk to your boy Sharon. You got it, dude!
You're no sheep.
How is it you detain me every time, yet the mighty Heracles can rampage through the city all he likes and never has to deal with you? Or so he says.
It's called a double standard, little sheep. Don't need my eye to know he's way bigger than you. You can knock me out for a nice short nap. He can knock me into next week. No, thanks.
Not quite. Lou.
Dang it, he's just too far away. Sandwich.
Wake up down there.
Got him!
Hey, welcome, Warhammer. Welcome, Decalaw.
Cyclops vanquished, dude!
Still sleeping here.
The Lovers and Judgment are the 2 cards we unlocked. Oh no, we might have accidentally unlocked one. You activate 5 random inactive cards when you vanquish a Guardian. Okay. So, because we forgot to swap out our thing, it's going to be kind of weird. If we take the Persephone boon, it will only last for a little while. Same thing for the Chronos boon. Which is what I wanted. Here's the thing, though, is we should take... If we take the aromatic file, that might upgrade our Smolder Ring. That was the one I was hoping for. Okay. Yep, that was totally worth it. Okay. 1 random boon of Hermes. 1 random boon of an Olympian. Yeah, let's... Do we really want to it's not worth wasting the money to get it now. If you pick the Persephone keepsake, it'll never activate rerolls. Oh wait, really? Well, I already got the aromatic file. It's fine.
Rift of Thessaly. Hey, I hope you guys like getting hit by wands on boats. Because I've got this staff. I guess it's technically a wand. But I don't know.
Oh, dang it. I didn't realize that guy was still there. I was like, where's my thing? Transform. Okay. Decky says, hasn't played Hades 2 yet. How does it compare to the original? It feels like a really solid, like, second part of the original. Like, there are some sequels where it's like, oh, this is a totally different thing, you know? But, like, this feels like... This is like the equivalent of like them releasing 6 huge DLCs for the first one. It feels like a continuation of the first one in a very good way. Not like in a cheap way, but like, oh man, if after Hades 1 came out, they put out like 6 different DLC packs, this would be what you would get, is what it feels like. We can already get infused damage boon. Yeah, let's take that. Okay, we want the Hestia boon more than the coins.
The Flame Sigil. In the name of Hades.
Okay, so we need, in order to get the legendary boon we're trying to build toward this run, we need Flash Fry, Hot Pot,
Highly flammable or pyrotechnique. So these are equally helpful. Gain a chance to dodge, double against scorch afflicted foes. I always like dodge chance. Okay, so the next boon we get from her might be the legendary one. That's the fated choice. But we got to deal with this guy. That was a lot of damage. No! Death defied. Where's he at? Got him. Are sailors always as salty as that one?
We put poor mortals through an awful lot, no thanks to Ares here. At least he's been occupied with our own troubles for a change, haven't you, laddie? The way most everybody else can catch a break. But, dearest Lady Hestia, our troubles are of grave concern to more than mortal kind. Ours is a conflict of the highest order, and irresistibly draws each of us to do our part.
Okay. So, Scorch effects deal damage faster is really good. Fireball effects from Hestia inflict wounds with... that's actually a really good one, though. Yeah. Okay. Proceed! Alchemy, I don't usually stream on Tuesday nights, because Tuesday nights is my Pathfinder night with my friends. Daedalus! You're dead, you're dead, you're dead. You're dead and out of this world. They say if you want to live long, they have no use for your song. Wax wings, they sing. You're dead and out of this world. And done.
There really is more to be done then, If the war with Kronos truly ended, it sure doesn't look that way from all of these ships. The Harpies don't seem any friendlier either.
Some must be zealots, still believing that the Titan of Time shall rise again. But we're seeing to it that the threat of Kronos and Typhon can never recur. Just have to retrace my steps to Olympus as part of that process.
So then, alright. Because if what you're saying is I get to keep on flying, and I get to keep on seeing you up here, that doesn't sound so bad to me.
Oh, right. We thought the war ending would mean you'd have to put away your wings, but my father's underworld renovations seem like they'll be going on for a long, long time.
Guess I may need to head down to my designated spot eventually. But for now, I'd like to make the most of this.
Your attack boon gains 3 levels, but your prime magic... What is our attack boon again? That's attack damage and freeze. Your Omega moves deal 50 damage in an area around foes that use more mana. Your cast also blasts the area... Oh, we can't do the cast one, because that one will kill us. We're doing explosive intent. And then we also got this random boon delivered by Hermes. I greet you. Universal Donor is a really good one. Whenever you exit a location, keep some of your wound bonuses. War rages. War rages! A black flagship. My regards. Your Omega cast. When you have less than 40 health, your attacks and specials restore mana. Yeah, let's take that one. And we want Smolder Ring powered up. Okay, let's see if we can beat Zagreus again. Because last time we beat Zagreus, we came out of it with like 8 health into a mini-boss. And the mini-boss immediately killed us. So if we can beat... I accept these terms. Yeah, so the stream ends at 4. In that, like, the last run is going to be done by 4:30. So I've still got, like, 20 minutes of streaming. There came a point in my security specialist career where my victories became too numerous to count. So thanks for last time, reminding me about defeat. You're very welcome. And likewise, have my own defeats become a little less common recently, though I don't know where that leaves us. Somebody always has to lose here. The Shades would never tolerate it any other way. Well, let's make this a victory or defeat to never forget. Death defied. Moonblast. Keep him running through the flames. Prince of the Underworld. Try to use the Cersei laser on him. Last chance. Now he's got a Death Defiance too is the thing. That's his Death Defiance there. So if we can keep him running through fire and lasers. Uh-oh, he just used darkness. That's not good. Stay on fire, dude. Continue to be on fire. Congratulations, Melanoe, for I have deemed you blasted strong. Well above rather strong on my scale. Thank you, brother. I try. Do you normally even win anything when you prevail in this place? Usually just darkness, but I have something for you here. I always wanted to give somebody one of these. A keepsake of some sort? Thank you. Hey, we just got to collect every keepsake. Occupational hazard. You just got the collect every keepsake. What do you call it? Achievement in Steam. Some gemstones. Deliculum says that's a really good keepsake. Excellent. Where were we? Oh, hey, we got a free palm now. Special damage, attack damage. Let's take the attack damage up. Weed Killer. Your Omega attack does more damage, but uses plus 10 mana. That's the one we want. Okay. So let's proceed. Hey, babe. I must say, especially for someone who claims to thrive on pure disorder, you are very punctual and consistent, Eris. Every time I've crossed the rift, you've been right here. No need to rub it in. Look, I know this is becoming a problem, but I swear, I can get it under control. Just promise me you won't tell anybody. You want me to promise not to tell anybody that you're punctual and consistent? Why? Because you'd hate for them to start to think better of you for a change? Yeah. Although, since when do I even care what anybody thinks of me? That's not who I am. It's all because you're ruining it for me. Run! That does it! Uh-oh. Now it's my turn! Double damage? Think you dropped these, babe? Out of the way! Out of the way. We'll both go back to hell. Whoa, that took a lot of health. Alright, I'm going. Bye. She stands victorious, yet hardly stands at all. Her eye detects a surface ripple there. On the hook! Hello, shrimp! Yep, so we got rerolls. Victory! Which I think means that we're not going to be able to use the other thing. But without our Death Defiance, we can at least get the Athena boon. Oh, wait, before we change, let's use the file to get the bonus health. So yeah, because we have rerolls, we can't get the calling card. You can rarefy Olympian blessings up to 2 times. Hey, that's pretty good. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking we want to take instead. Oh boy, dang it, I had a plan for this. We want the Gorgon Amulet with Athena. And we can't afford anything here.
Coins or hammer? Hammer time. Bum, 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 bum.
Take me away!
This one is mine. Filthy creatures. Now you are to confront these traces of our great foes, both at the summit and in Tartarus, recreating the path that got you here, as though the possibilities need to align.
That's how our grandfather explains it, more or less. Almost like we're circumventing outcomes in which we might otherwise have failed for one reason or another.
There ought to be very few such outcomes, then, for we do not feel, merely take the necessary time to succeed.
Of course, we don't have the reroll to get what we want here. After you take some damage, become impervious for 2 seconds. Yep.
Then very well.
Now let's take this hammer here.
Now I must go.
Your specials bounce toward up to +2 foes. Your attacks have +30 power. Specials are 25% faster. Specials bounce toward more foes is going to be great because it's a hitching effect anyway. Such secrets in this staff. Okay, so we can go down to Selene or onward to Hermes. Let me check. Your casts are fleetingly scorch on foes in the binding circle. So Hermes is probably not as good as Selene in this case. Having fun? Freenos, come compel this spirit. He's got a hood on because it's cold out up here. Peace for the dead. Okay. Hex also deals damage before you rise up is good. After using your Hex, the next attack deals critical damage. Hex also inflicts the effect of your Rush Boon on up to 5 foes. So that would set 5 people on fire. That's not bad. Okay, I think this is the path we probably want to go on. Such terrifying might. Okay, Palm seems fine. Okay, Palm. More fire damage. Okay, Demeter Boon and a ball. No, Demeter Boon or Hera Boon. Demeter. Ooh, hey, we got a chill out room. We needed some of that anyway. Good find. Nothing down that way. That was an alternate entrance. Fountain. In the name of Hades! Whenever you inflict freeze on a foe with Scorch, deal damage and remove Scorch. Cast also creates a... I think we actually want the Gust around the binding circle. Okay, Ares. If we could get a Hestia, that would be ideal. Demeter's fine. Oh, this guy.
Our anti-fire power right now from Hestia is saving us a ton of damage. If you're like, wow, how are you standing in the flames? It's because we have a damage reduction thing for fire. Okay. Steady growth might pay off here. Might not, but... Okay, looks like the only way we can go is this way. Have a good one, Alchemy. Clear landing spot. Okay. Oh, I thought we got a free thing from the contract every time. I guess not. When you have at least 2 of all elements, all common boons gain rarity. Yes. Everything is now... Oh, that's it. We're in good shape. Hot Pot rarefied. Bonus dodge chances up. Sworn Flourish. Ice Strike. Okay, the thing is... We're going to want coins for the next shop. Okay, anything else of value over here? Bones or ash? Doesn't really matter. Ah, dang it, I meant to rarefy that. Oh, well. Earn extra moon stuff, yeah. Special boss? Where's the boss? Uh-oh, he's big. And he's a mana drainer. Uh-oh. Ooh. Washed in moonlight. Okay, so let's take these on that path. I walked the path. Okay, to the shop. Free palm. Or a heat rush or Arctic Gale. Arctic Gale, I think, is going to be the one. Actually, the Omega attack plus 105 damage. That's pretty good. Hear me on my authority. Plentiful storage. That'll give us some extra health. A boon awakened. Okay, so what's Tall Order? Or wait, is Tall Order the one we just got? No. Tall Order. When you have at least 8 of any infusion, you do 25% more damage. Awesome. Cool, let's go see Prometheus. Agent of Change! What became of Dora's husband? Your brother, by her recollection. He abandoned you... Or sorry, he abandoned her after what happened? It's more correct to say that your companion, Dora, finally saw my scatter-minded brother for who he was. Their marriage lasted for about as long as many do.
All while you stood idly by and did nothing, but now feel bad and thus decide to shoulder this righteous cause, perhaps to feel a bit of absolution that you never got from her?
Your words are harsh, but for the most part accurate. Dora remembers now what your own family did to her. If she can forgive you all for that, she's a stronger soul than I.
Dang it, where is he? Oh, he's standing in the fire. Uh-oh.
Suffer then.
Mid, low. Low. Oh.
My flame shall not spare you or any god.
Top, mid, low, top, mid. Where is he? $15 health, and he doesn't have much either. Got him!
Merely a toad. You gods never forgive. Why then should I, when I could fight instead? You gods have much to learn.
Titan vanquished. Enough of his foresight. There. Knight, Origination, the Fates, and the Champions have been activated. Okay. So I think at this point we might actually have all 30 coins. Which is kind of silly. Okay, so we actually need to hit quit because I didn't expect to make it this far. I thought I was going to die from Zagreus there and from and then from him, but I have plans with my family that I have to follow through on. The drop dead time for this stream was 4:30 and it is 4:29. So thank y'all so much for joining me. There will be a VOD of this and of my next Hades stream. We definitely can't end on a cliffhanger like that forever, you know. So there will be more Hades 2 streams. Even though we're in the post game, there's a lot of fun subplots and stories that we're still winding down and wrapping up. Thank you all so much for joining me. We're going to go ahead and raid CubFam 135. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Stop